So good to see. So good to see all of your faces. Let's kick the call off with some wins of the week and also use this opportunity to express anything you want to make sure we talk about today. I had a great call with Jessie at the end of last week. She is on, but she had asked to chat last week about onboarding, and we didn't have a chance to do that. And so after we chatted the other day, I recognized there's just so many simple things that we tend to overcomplicate. So I wanted to bring some of that to the table today. And yeah, but before then, let's do some wins of the week and then share anything you definitely want to make sure we touch on today. Casey, so good to see you. Do you want me to call you out? Do you want me to just make you the first person that has to share? Come on, girlfriend. I haven't seen you in forever.
I have no wins this week. I'm not to like start on a downer note, but I have been like so busy with work. It's been really, really hard to like switch my focus between the two right now. So yeah, I've been slacking for sure. But I did sit down this week and put together like more of a social media structure, and I gave myself grace with it and just said, okay, like I'm gonna set some boundaries and show up like Monday like this, Wednesday like this, and just made it clear so I didn't feel like I was like totally neglecting, you know. So
That's an
good to
incredible
see
win.
you too.
Good to see you. But that's an incredible win, as is just actually having the time to get on the call today, right? And showing up for yourself in that way. So kudos to you. I'm really happy to see your pretty face. Who else wants to share a win? You know I'll call you Beezy's out. That's not that many of us up. Go for it.
Leslie's in Success Club. Shannon and Rachel are one person away from Success Club, one partner in Team Cup. If you guys are on Team Cup team, I hope you know that in order to qualify for the Sherpa blanket, 4 out of the 5 members of your team need to be in Success Club. And one of those people has to be a partner on each team. So we're excited. Our Team Cup team is still working hard and fired up to hopefully lock in those cozy Sherpa. I'll do anything for a t-shirt. Lock in some comfy Sherpa blankets. And yeah, I'm excited about, like, yesterday I was texting Meredith yesterday. I was like, where's the gut protocol group? I'm ready to put people in, and I'm ready to start prepping. I'm literally sitting here in our building eating a giant box of extra toasty Cheez-Its, just really prepping for my body for gut protocol, just that full detox. You know, I want all the symptoms. I want the full detox symptoms. So prepping my body for that. That's it. Just real excited. And registered for leadership yesterday, which is literally the most. And Jacqueline, I heard that you were coming to leadership. I heard a little. I'm so excited. Leadership, you guys.
Registered today.
I'm so excited. It is the best event of the year. It is for 5-star and above coaches, and you had to qualify by August 31st. So Meredith, Jacqueline, and I will be there. But if you cannot get to leadership, I'm just going to drop the little nugget for the Diamond Leader Retreat that's happening in January. It is like, we take all of the best things that we get from Body Corporate, and then we also do all the best things from ourselves as coaches and bring them together for you. And that January Diamond Retreat is going to be incredible. And New Leader Conference, which is a 1-star. You have to be a 1-star Diamond coach. And Meredith is going to talk a lot about duplication today and how to make that happen. That's at the end of January, February. And New Leader Conference, I say leadership is the best event, but New Leader Conference changed my entire life. It is the event where you become a leader in the company, and that's where my growth truly started to happen. So getting there is like, don't wait until 2025 to get there. Like, get there this year, January 2024, because it'll change the trajectory of the next 5 years of your life. And that's like not even an understatement.
Thanks for that plug for NLC. When I first became we didn't have NLC when I first started. We only had leadership, but you had to only be 2-star to qualify. And so now there's a divide. You have to be 1-star. So you just have to hit 1-star by the end of the year. And I do want to reserve more time for everybody to share their wins, but I will say that, and Jacqueline will be able to testify for this too, is that the best way to build your business is to run for that diamond retreat with somebody right now, whether they're on your team yet or not. Like if maybe you're new to the team and you're like, gosh, I really have a couple friends I think this could be really fun for, or maybe you have somebody on the team that you think this would be on your team that you think this would be really great for, they're already on your team. Grab them, embrace them, and get them excited to earn this with you. Because if you have somebody on your team that is running with you and you both achieve diamond, you're then going to go 1-star, which means you will earn your way to the new leader conference. So you'll not only get on the diamond retreat, but you'll get on the NLC retreat also. And, honestly, the biggest game changer in my business, that the reason I feel like I've had so much success is because of getting a fast start. And the reason why I got a fast start is at the beginning of my business, I built my business for having a team and trying to find other people that wanted to run with me. And by the grace of God, I got really lucky that Jacqueline was one of the early members on my team. I mean, this is a great college X for you to be on, because I was going to talk about onboarding, and like the reality is like onboarding, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had only been a partner for a month by the time Jacqueline enrolled, and we can always go back and share that hilarious story. But I had no idea what I was doing. But one of the things that made it so fun was having somebody along with me that was like, I want to learn this with you. This is fun. And it was like the blind leading the blind. Jacqueline had no idea what we were doing. But to echo something Amy said, and if anybody listened to her team call last night, one of the things she said is like, stop looking outside of yourself for the answers, right? Like we're always looking up like, hey, am I doing this right? Or we think we're doing something wrong and we're asking like a mentor, watching like a system that another coach has and thinking we have to put that into play. But the reason I feel like we did well is we were willing to just figure it the F out. We kind of wanted to go our own way from our upline in some ways. Like we definitely had more of a different niche market, and our niche markets were semi-similar at the time. So we were very focused on kind of building our own thing. And so there wasn't really somebody to ask. We had to figure it out. But having somebody to figure it out with made a big difference. And it made it so much fun. And we got to go on our first retreats together. We went on like our elite retreat together. We went on our diamond trips together. We went on success club trips together. And literally, not only has it built, I mean, Jacqueline is family, right? It's not only built a family for me, but it's just helped us both build an incredible business and helped the culture of our team grow as well, which was really fantastic to see. Anyone else want to share some wins this week?
I'll share some wins. I'm at my goal is to get to SC20 this month, but I'm at SC12. So and then enrolled 3 new partners. And so yeah, I love talking to Meredith about like adding a little nugget of like inviting people to it, like people that I enroll, having them invite their friends. So like I'm adding that step in. So trying that out too, which I'm pretty excited to see how that works.
You're doing awesome. And that's actually it's really a great segue, not to cut off wins or anything. We can circle back around with it, but you guys know my Vata mind goes like all over the place. So I've got you here, Jesse. So one of the things we talked about, we did a one-on-one I was mentioning earlier, and it was all about onboarding. And so we'll go back and talk about some of the specifics, but you kind of just drizzled in one of the things we talked about. Do you want to expand upon anything I shared with you on that call that we had that maybe was a light bulb moment for you and is helping you reapproach some of the things you're doing, not necessarily differently because you're doing great, but maybe just with a different nuance?
Wrong button. Yeah, definitely. I think being more encouraging to invite, like when I'm enrolling new partners, I mean, there's so many things that I do to like get them set up, but also like just planting the seed of like, do you have anybody that you'd like to do this with? It makes it just so much more fun. And having it that way, like I really like adding that in, and I want to continue to add that in to to people in the challenge group and people that sign up as partners too, just to get them into making, like you said, like making their first sale. I think I was kind of stuck there. Like I didn't know what to do. And that was like a really nice, easy segue for me to work on.
Thanks for sharing that. Does anyone else want to share any wins?
I will.
Yay! Because you're rocking it.
I sent out a cart share today, so I think I'm gonna hit SC10, which was my goal for the month. So I'm excited about that. But the one that I sent out today was my first like referral. So my sister is on my team, and she is a teacher, and they went back to school, teachers only, and they were supposed to have a wellness day. And due to like temperature and being too hot, they couldn't be outside. So she pulled open like the Body app and like hit play on one of the workouts, and like a bunch of teachers joined. And afterwards, two of them were like, that was awesome. And now I want to do it. So one of them is signing up. She should sign up today or tomorrow. But yeah, it's just really exciting when, you know, sharing feels like really natural that way, and people just get like a little taste of it. And it was, I don't know, it's awesome to be like building my little team, and also like people getting a sample and then wanting in and having it be like a referral. So
I love it. That is such a great share, because I think we often forget what the nature of a networking business is. And, you know, I tend to always go back to this, and I think about like Tupperware parties and things like that. But the reality is it's sharing things that you really like about with those people who know, love, and trust you. And it's like the little sample lady at the grocery store, you know, you walk by, necessarily going to buy the chicken sausage or whatever it is, but you get a bite of it and you're like, I'm buying it. Right. And I think, you know, what we do isn't necessarily like a Tupperware party, but what I know Courtney buys the sausage samples every time, but what we used to do, and this was very pre-pandemic, and so, you know, I think the pandemic, even prior to the pandemic, people got so accustomed to like removing themselves because of our ability to be online. But post-pandemic, I feel like even more so, it's just more natural to not be in each other's spheres, but more in our sphere this way. But pre-pandemic, we used to run things called fit clubs, and we would encourage you guys to have parties that we'd call shake and shares, where you would literally just like bring people over to do a workout with you. So when I first started following Amy, my sponsor coach, she used to run fit clubs in her garage. So I would see her in Bend, Oregon with like 4 girls, her and 3 other girls working out in her garage a couple times a month. And she was talking about how fun it was to just offer something to her community, and how she was like, you know, earning income and getting rewards and going on trips because she was holding space for people and inspiring others, and sharing those testimonials of the people in the group. And so to me, it was very like grassroots, and like, especially coming from a fitness background, yoga background, it just felt very organic and natural. And I never want us to forget the ability to do that. And I think, you know, Jessie Tuttle did a great job at this earlier this year. I want to say in like April, she did kind of a little mini retreat for her team. And she had any girls that were like local or that could make it come in to, they have a beautiful house. She hired a yoga teacher to come in and do yoga on the patio, but she spent time putting together like really great healthy desserts with Shakeology and healthy food, and really creating that shake and share environment. And I have no doubt, Jessie, that from that level of entrepreneurialism, but also just like showing up and running a retreat and having people come is also leading to the retention in your business, because that really was a bud of like people falling in trust, even deeper in trust with you, and seeing the value of being part of your community. So don't forget the importance of really getting our products in other people's hands, right? Anybody else want to share any wins before we talk into onboarding? No. Okay. So I'm going to take all the mystique out of today. It's not really that big of a topic, but I feel like when me and Jessie were chatting about onboarding the other day, and I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, Jessie, but I just feel like I think we all feel this way all the time. So I feel like it's a fair thing to just kind of lead with. because none of us ever want to feel alone. But, Jessie was saying, hey, I think I need a better onboarding system, because what she's looking for is to create a lot of duplication in her business, right? That's what we all want that are trying to achieve diamond, star diamond, etc. And so she's like, hey, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, but there's a flaw. It's kind of, anyway, if that's not what you were saying, that's how I was interpreting it. And this is something I feel like no matter how new or seasoned you are in your business, you're always going to feel this. Me and Courtney and Jacqueline, we always feel like there is a flaw in our system, and we're always trying to rework our systems. But at the end of the day, this business is a rinse and repeat business, in and out. And if you are onboarding clients, preferred customers, and or partners, if you're onboarding anybody, then you're mastering the art of onboarding. And so it's not so much about when that duplication piece comes in and you're seeing your team grow and you're seeing yourself hitting Success Club numbers and you're getting excited about, this onboarding that you're doing, and you're feeling defeated because maybe others in your organization aren't mimicking that. You have to go back and remember that you have already mastered the art of onboarding. That's what you've done. All of you have hit Success Club, brought people on board. Some of you have hit certain ranks, right? You've already mastered the art of onboarding. So instead of trying to create elaborate systems, all you have to do is teach your new partner, PC, or customer what you just did. That is it. So of course, we want to encourage you to enroll PCs and partners because we want you to build your team, right? We want you to build your team. We want you to hit diamond. We want you to hit star diamond. We want you at NLC. We want you at leadership. We want you at all these things that we know are going to help you even more get to the next level in your business. But it's truly like, if you bring on a customer, it's connecting with that customer, maybe in a one-on-one message or call, and saying, who do you know that this could also benefit? If there's one thing I know about me, and this is kind of what Jessie was saying earlier, is there's one thing I know about me, I'm the first person to take the back door on myself. But if I invite someone to do something with me, you better believe I'm showing up for them. So the accountability becomes higher. I want to really encourage you to bring an accountability partner in. Who do you think this would benefit? So now, whether they're a PC, a partner, or a coach, now you've got them already thinking in what we refer to as enrollment, right? Enrollment activity, but they don't think of it like that. They're thinking it as like, how can I get an accountability partner connected with me? So if they are a customer, that gives you that opportunity to upgrade them to a partner so that you can bring that, they can bring them on. You can show them how to create a share cart. Or if it's a PC, you can convert them over to a partner. Or if it's a partner, they're already set up, right, to have their first sale. And that's a big part of duplication and retention, and getting people their first win, because they're going to be able to see like, whoa, how did I just make $50 or $70? Like I'm feeling good, I'm having fun, my girlfriend's doing this with me. And then your team is growing, right? Your business is growing and you're helping other people win. It's amazing. But it all goes back to the easiest thing, that you have already mastered the art. And so you can't get in your head if you don't see duplication happening in your business as quickly as you would like to, because there is a little bit of game of numbers involved too, right? If you watched right around the time I announced the Diamond Retreat, I also posted a call that was formerly in Slay Squad, or a superstar call from wherein she was kind of breaking down her numbers at like, if you're going to bring in, let's say, 5 partners a month, by the next month, you're probably going to have 2 or 3 of those maybe go inactive. Or if you bring in 3 partners a month, you're probably going to have 1 or 2, either one will go inactive, one maybe won't be doing anything, and one maybe will be doing a little. And that's just the nature of the beast. So it's easier to do a big push. And this is why this is one reason why we strategically put Diamond Retreats on the books, because we know that we're asking you to move faster than is comfortable, right? And you can only keep that level of push and intensity up for so long before you go back to tapping the well, unless there's something that just like ignites in you and you're like, oh, this becomes easy, right? It becomes the new normal, which is, I think, how you see some of people's numbers get higher, is it just becomes easier. Like, oh, I've done it now. Status quo, this is my new normal. But all to say, we're asking you to do a big push, because it's easier if you want to hit Success Club 10 this month with 5 new partners and hit Success Club 10 next month with 5 new partners, you already have 10 people on your team. But by month 3, right, you're probably going to have a couple go inactive, maybe fall off, unless you're continuing to do that. So, I would really push our gut protocol group if you're going to team up with us for that. We have prep week starting next week. So that gives you either this month, if you want to still lock in Success Club, you could bring 5 more people in, right? And then push the beginning of next month really strong and bring another 5 people in. You literally within 2 weeks could have 10 people in your business. And I really want to encourage you to go back to your follow-up list and everybody that you've invited, because the fortune is in the follow-up. And the timing right now is unique because we are rolling off of summer and people are hungry to get back to not only a better schedule for themselves, but better health for themselves. Like we've all been traveling and barbecues and this and that and running ragged. And now's an opportunity to create more of a structured schedule. So I'd really lean into the timing of all of this and the fact that like we're working as a team. I mean, that's my biggest win of the week is that we have a team to work with. Courtney yelled at me the other day, where's the cut protocol group? It made me go, shit, I need to have the group done, right? Like we work as a team to help each other move faster, to fire each other up, to chase each other. So you have that going for you. I have the group now opened. It's listed in our team page. It's pinned to the top. I have the group guide almost completed. I will get it all auto scheduled and I'm happy to share it with all of you that are leading it with me. It's very similar to the group guide that's in there, but it offers more holistic practices. We go into mindset. I put in the self-coaching model in there, all of the stuff that I know we talked about last week and all of the stuff you guys love. But I really want you to lean into this opportunity and push to bring on PCs and partners, primarily partners, but PCs and partners. The other thing me and Jessie talked about was, she was saying, and again, I'm not saying words from her mouth, but my interpretation was something along the lines of, I feel like I can help people have more success if I have them bring them in for a challenge group first and then convert them to a coach. And I want to remind you guys, just like I said, kind of echoing Amy, is that there's no one way to do this business, right? Like the way that feels authentic and right for you is the right way. And, the reason why Jessie was asking is she's like, I get on these power hours and sometimes I'm sending out coach invites. And is that the wrong thing to do? Should I be inviting to the challenge group was kind of how I was picking it up anyway. But no, it's not incorrect and it's not correct. You just have to find what works for you. A great example is, I think Erin Hopkins is a great example of this. She said she is a challenge group pro. She'll tell you that is what she slays at. She loves running challenge groups. She's really, really good at them. She adds a lot of value and she converts from her challenge group. That being said, most of the people that she's enrolling, she's immediately signing up as a partner because she's telling them too that they're going to be set up to, get discounts moving forward. They're going to be able to invite their friends and family and get referrals and rewards and kickbacks. So they're in place to already be inviting. And then it's just her doing that Emily Lemoyne system where she's checking in, right? So there's not a right or wrong way when you're inviting to the coach opportunity, unless it's someone that has a background in health or a background in coaching with body or partnering with body and knows the products and programs well. You're essentially planting a seed and you're using that first challenge group as basically an internship where they can choose to learn and invite, or they can just choose to have their own experience, maybe bring a friend in so that they have that accountability buddy. And then next month, they can choose to actually start actively inviting for the next group with you or towards the end of the month, right? And I think, Jennifer, that's essentially what you did. You got started at the very end of June and you were ready to go. July, you hit Success Club, but it was also your opportunity to kind of road test our products and programs out. You had never done anything with body before. Would you be open to sharing, just kind of for anyone that's listening, like what your experience was like from onboarding? I mean, me and Jen had talked a bit first to kind of give background for you guys. Like we met each other years and years back, but had never talked in the interim. And randomly we reconnected on Instagram and started chatting. And I'd say we chatted for maybe a month, maybe two. I'm not quite sure. Maybe a month. And, it was like, let's eventually hop on the phone. Like I definitely wanted her on the team. I know I had said to you, like, I would love to get on the phone with you. And it didn't happen right away, but it eventually happened. Right. And so it was her first time exploring our products, but yeah, she still signed up as a partner. So you want to talk a little bit about what that experience was like for you?
Yeah. Um, so I guess for me, like I had been like we started chatting, Meredith, and I had been kind of following you. I mean, since I don't know, Instagram days, I don't know, for a long time. And I like kind of saw what you were doing. And I went through IIN. So I was a health coach and had a private practice of my own. And then I had babies and had more babies and had more babies. And that all had kind of taken a back seat for a while. I was still teaching yoga. And yeah, I was just watching you and feeling like I was ready to like give more. Like I had this like I love being a mom, but like there's something more within me that I like want to share. And you just looked like you were like killing it over there, like this life that I was like, that looks so fun. And like and after chatting and the bar, I think the bar bestie boot camp is like what really attracted me because I've never been like a weight person. I've never lifted weights. I've always been a dancer or yogi. And so yeah. So the bar thing, I was like, okay, that could be really fun and I'll try it and see. But I knew at that point too, I was like, well, why not just sign up? I was an easy sale, I think, in some regards, because I kind of watch and lurk in the background until I'm like ready to jump in. But it was just fun. Like the group, I think, was like a huge, huge part of it for me, was just having people that were doing it alongside me and everyone being each other's greatest cheerleaders and supporters. And that was just really fun. Like post your sweaty selfie. I've never done that before, but I was like, okay, I'm into it. Sure, I'll do it. And food, and I wasn't sure like how I was gonna feel about like the supplements. Because I was like a supplement snob and always just kind of I had to just like what do I like to say? I had to get over myself about like having this idea of like, oh, it's not the best out there, or like my health coach kind of cap outside of body. And so I had to like experience that. And I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. Like I can, I had to like cut back on how many scoops I was using, just like a half a scoop because it felt too sweet for a while, or find like different ways of using it. Um, and now it's just like today I was like, oh my gosh, my vanilla is almost gone. And like, what do I do? And I'm not going to get it till next month. And yeah, I don't know. So I think just being part of the group and just seeing people supporting each other, I think, and not it doesn't have to be like a product pushing. Of course, like that's part of like growing the business and like having retention, but like at the end of the day, it's like helping people feel better and having like the resources and not having to create everything on your own all the time. And I think that for me was huge. And I pick your brain all the time, Meredith. And Jesse's been awesome for Team Cup. So I'm getting lots of support in different areas, which has been really helpful. And just doing it, I feel like I had to just like get my hands wet. And so like sharing a card, I kind of like stumbled my way through it, but it's like you do it once, or, thankfully I signed my sister up as a PC. I didn't mean to. Initially, I was like, oops, sorry. I thought I was just signing you up as a customer, but you're actually going to be billed next month for this thing, but it's just my sister. So it's fine. So you kind of stumble your way through like once or twice, and then you just get the hang of it. And yeah, like everyone's been really supportive. And I think that's helpful.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing all of that. I mean, and that was really your internship was, I mean, she signed up the end of June. So yeah, trial by fire. It's like July, I updated some of the trainings in the team page. They're all under the guide, so people can go through that at any given time. And she was like, yep, going through it. We did those 10 days of training. And by the end of June, she had hit Success Club, Emerald Partner hit Success Club. She's now at almost Success Club 10. That's happening. She has 5 active members on her team, like she's building really quickly. And she knew nothing about body, nothing about the products. And, that's not going to be everybody's story, right? There are going to be plenty of people that come in and they don't use the products. They never open the box. They don't love it. They whatever, right? And I mean, for every one coach on my team that does something amazing, there's probably like 5 to 10 that don't do anything, right? Or maybe more, right? Like but if at least they're loving the community, the products, what we're pulling them into, right? Like you were saying, this, like, there's a sisterhood, there's resources. Not every person on my team, and I know this is for everyone, like we have people on the team that are like loyal community members and they love this till the day is done, but they have no interest in building the business, but they love to be here as part of this, and they are just as important to our teams and to me, like some of my very best friends on my personally sponsored team that I love dearly. They're not actively really building their business, but they love this and I love them and they're so important. So, just remember, like, your business will build over time, but the more that you're able to focus on that simple system of onboarding, that simple question of, like, when you bring somebody in, like trying to enroll them as a piece of your partner, so they're already set up on your team, preferably partner, so your team is building faster, but also just being willing to, like, connect with them and say, like, who do you know that you think this would benefit? Why don't we have them start with you so you have an accountability buddy? Like, really working with them on that piece is huge. And also, all those people that you invite that don't reply, or that reply and they say no, a great response for the people who say no is simply to say, I completely understand timing is everything. I can follow up with you in another month from now. That being said, do you know anyone that you think this would benefit? I have 3 spots left in our group and I would love to fill it with individuals that could really use this. And of course, you have such an amazing network of friends. I know that you probably, know amazing humans that I would get along with really well, because now you're asking for leads, right? So you never know if someone's going to say, you know what, this isn't for me, but it might be for my girlfriend. I've had people, Moira Casaba was a lead in my business, right? Like, she was a friend of mine who said, hey, we didn't originally talk about the coach opportunity. We talked about something else on the phone, but it went to sharing with her that this is what I did now, and asking her if she'd like to join one of my boot camps. So you never know where those leads and those conversations are going to take you. Courtney, do you want to share anything specifically about onboarding that has helped you? You're so great at onboarding in your business.
I think that everything that you said is spot on. I went back to Meredith's emails that she sent me back in the start of 2017. I went deep into the emails to see, I was like, what did she say to get me to sign up as a partner? And it was literally, she was just sending me info about the boot camp. And one of the questions was, if you were to partner, what motivates you? Travel, incentives, income, like all these things. And it's the exact same email that I now send with the questions that I send to potential people, because if they say, no, I'm not interested in coaching, that's fine. I'll send them as a client. But if they're interested in coaching, I'm going to enroll them as a coach. And just like Meredith said, I just want to say, for anybody that's like, I feel like my onboarding is not good, or I'm not a good enough coach yet to coach people, I have created every single onboarding system that you can imagine on every single platform that you can imagine. A self-paced course on Thinkific, one-on-one calls, group coaching, small group chat. I have done everything. And here's the truth of the matter. You cannot reinvent the wheel, or else you'll drive yourself crazy. The business information is there for those that want it. There are going to be plenty of people that you bring on that do not want it. And if you didn't listen to Danny Ditcher's call 2 weeks ago on the National Wake Up Call, go listen to it, because if they don't want it, it has nothing to do with you. Like, that is just the mantra over and over and over again. It has nothing to do with you if they don't want it. I have had so many women that I saw so much potential and join my team that quit. It has nothing to do with me. I have built, and we're in a safe state, I have built a 6-figure business doing this. It has nothing to do with the other people. It had to do with me and the amount of work that I was willing to put in. There's no onboarding system that's going to magically make someone want to work. All of the information is there for them if they need it. And the number one thing that I like to do with my new partners, honestly, is just chat with them, right? Like I literally, and I was just on a call actually with another partner, and we were talking about it, and we were like, she's like, I just send voice messages to my new partners 5 days a week. And then on the 5th day, if they don't respond, I straight up ask them, hey, you told me you wanted to grow a business and that you wanted me to mentor you and that your goal was X. Insert the goal they told you. Is that still the case? If so, I can back off. That's it. They're going to say, yes, it's still the case, or no, back off. My Team Cup team this month, 4 of us are crushing it. 1, she'll never watch this call, so I don't care. Not so much. And I straight up asked her, hey, you said you wanted to be on our Team Cup team this month. Your goal was to hit Success Club. Do you want to hop on a call? Is that still your goal? And she was like, nope. And I was like, oh, enough said. I'll stop asking. I'm going to asking you every day how things are going. If I can check your invites, if I can help you with conversations, if I can help you build a list or figure out who to talk to or create posts. You don't want it? That's fine. I'm not going to drag a dead horse to water. Like that's just not how life and business works. Our job as partners is to present the opportunity to as many people as we can and see if they say yes or no. That's it. It's not a responsibility to make sure they're successful. It's not our responsibility, it's theirs. I tell people all the freaking time, the tools that I give them are the same exact freaking tools Meredith gave me. And I was able to build a 6-figure business from it, from literally just following the tools. So I'm going to give you the same tools, and either you're going to want to do it or you're not. This is going to get too hard for you, sending invites, talking to people, posting on social media. But at the end of the day, do you know what's actually hard? Standing behind a bar for 8 hours, waiting tables for 12 hours, freaking living paycheck to paycheck, not being able to afford my groceries. That shit's hard. Me talking to some people online, posting on social media, not hard. Inconvenient at times, yep, not hard. You have the same tools. The people that you bring onto the team, I don't even, and this is, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't even run a personal team call for my team anymore. I'm like, you have Amy Mashburn, you have Meredith leading calls with Jacqueline and I, like, you have the Slay Squad call, you have the National Wake Up Call. I don't want you, I go live on my team page like twice a week and just kind of talk like this. I don't want you spending all this time on all these calls. I want you taking action. And if your people don't want to take action, there is no onboarding training that you can freaking give them that's going to make them take action. Nothing. So just go out there and find more. I know it's like so easy. Just go out there and find more people that want to do it. Because trust me, I'm like 7 years in and I'm still out here finding more people that want to do it. But I would much rather be doing this, bringing in residual income, than freaking, once again, standing behind the bar for 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, sitting here in yoga pants and a tank top, living my best life.
Eating them Cheez-Its.
I would love to offer up just this visual because it's helped me so much rein in my crazy when I think like Courtney, because Courtney knows and Meredith knows I am all about some systems and reinventing the wheel, all about it. Here for days. I'm the one that built out the team website. When we had one, we built out a team website and now we don't even use it anymore. And you know, the thing is that this is the analogy. I'll just say it, and because it helped me rein in my crazy. Just like you would go on vacation to different places, and I know I've told this to Mary before. You'd go on vacation to, I lived in Hawaii. People come there on vacation all the time. They loved it. They thought it was magnificent. But then they'd go home. They lived it up while they were there. They took the pictures. They had the memories. They went home. And then there are the people that came and they visited and they were like, oh my God, I love this. I'm going to work to move there. Like, I want to live there part of the year because I still love where I came from. And part of the year I want to go to Hawaii and then I want to go home. Wonderful. Then there are the people that came and they're like, I love this. This is my life. This is where I want to be. My DNA is now Hawaii. I'm moving and I'm never looking back. Right? In all three of those situations, we can apply that same model to this business. There are people that will come into your group and they'll be like, this was cool. Thank you for helping me get a result. I can go to this wedding and feel really confident and great. You're awesome. And now they, because of their own shit, they go back and they dabble in a ton of other things because maybe they have ADD. Maybe they just like diversity. Maybe they just are not personally developed along in their path and they just want to keep fluctuating wherever they're at. Not you. Then you'll have your seasonal people. They come back every start of the school year. They come back around every start of the year and they're like seasonally, hey, I have my people like that after 10 years. Hey, it's the start of the year. I'm ready to get started again. I'm going to go strong for 3 months and then I'm out, and I used to take it personally. I thought that reflected I'm not keeping them engaged in my group enough. I'm not providing enough value. I'm not doing enough for them as they join as a coach, same time every year. I'm ready to do this. Okay, great. Here's all the stuff. And I get so personally invested. And then it's like, they didn't realign their identity with where they said they wanted to go. And I've learned that through my years of personal development and all the things that I've done. And I know that, but until they were willing to do that for themselves, that's not going to work. And then you have the people that come in and they're like, this is me, this is where I'm at, this is my life, and this is what I want to do. And will you run with me? And those are the people that you link arms with and you go, and it's worth the time investment. And like Courtney said, you have parameters. And I think it's really healthy for all of us as coaches to remember what our boundaries are and to establish them with the people that you bring in. Because when you have healthy boundaries, you can say, you save yourself from getting too personally invested in someone else's journey and making it mean things that it doesn't, and making it mean things about you and derailing your own success and your own momentum because of what someone else has chosen to do. So it might be a really healthy exercise for everybody to just kind of say, hey, like Courtney said, the first 2 weeks, I'm going to give somebody the first 2 weeks and I'm going to go all in. I'm going to text them every day. I'm going to set up an email sequence for 2 weeks. I'm going to send them all the info, direct them to all the things, set the reminders up for them. I still send out reminders to people via text. And then after 2 weeks, I'm going to say, hey, like Courtney said, is this still what you want? Yes, no, because you're going to know after that point. And maybe they hit a rough patch and they're like, re-engage with me in a month. Cool. Set your reminder and move on. But don't feel like it's your obligation to drag people with you. Set up your boundaries. And also very helpful in your introductory email to set up expectations. If you are looking for something to do in your onboarding, like say, hey, this is what I expect of my new people, and this is what you can expect of me. I only match effort and I show up. I'll remind you, but after that, this is where we're at. And you will save yourself so much when you focus all the return on investment. Your ROI is always going to be best on yourself. You make the most, it's hard to gamble and put it on other people, but you can always up level your personal development. You can up level what you're doing in your business, how many invites you're sending, what you're doing, but you're not going to be able to recoup whatever it is they're doing, right? So when you feel that hamster wheel start in your brain and you want to go down that path of what should I do for them? Or how can I drag them along? Or how can I do this for her? No. You show up as the example, do it for you, right? Set your boundaries and hold them. And then you'll figure out the people that it's okay to fluctuate. These are not hard and fast rules. Like Meredith holds firm boundaries for people. And then now we're at the level of family. So she doesn't let them, I have a little bit more fluctuation there. You know what I mean? You figure out who your people are. Same with Courtney. I don't give all my coaches my personal cell number, but the people that do, then they have it, so you figure it out. It's not hard and fast rules. This is your business. You run it the way you want to, but it's very helpful for your mindset to have boundaries in those beginning phases for your sanity so that you emotionally and mentally protect yourself for your long-term stamina and growth of your business. All right, I'm done. Sorry. There you go.
I love it. And if you didn't see the chat box, Courtney said it's a lower point of entry. So you are going to have more fall off, meaning it's a price point that's easy to get in on. You're building a business that is literally costs $40 to open your business. What else are you laughing at? Wait, what else didn't I read?
Leslie's going to have a poor little Courtney Burton on her hands because I'm sure her daughter just hears me talk all the time, flailing. My daughter is behind the scenes intimidating us.
You'll have a little entrepreneur.
It was hysterical. I didn't have time to get my phone and get my video open, but it was really funny.
I love it. Who doesn't want a little Courtney Burton in their corner every day of their life? I do. I want that. But yeah, it is a lower point of entry. It's cheap to open your business. So there are going to be people who don't take it seriously. And it's sad because this can be $1 million business for you. It has been for me. My cumulative earnings, Beachbody is not guaranteeing any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody Coach opportunity, are over $2 million. over 10 years. Like, you know, it's good. It's good money for people who actually want to do it. And let me tell you, that did not come by being a superstar diamond. That did not come by seeing success with every single person I onboarded. That did not come from having astronomical recruiting numbers across 10 years, right? But I've always listened to the stats that Body gave us on like, and followed the Road to Elite guide. And a lot of it is like, I don't always see a ton of duplication in my business, but like Jacqueline and Courtney said, like, I'm in charge of what I do in my business. And as long as I stick with my marketing, adding value, onboarding, recruiting, like there is bound to be people who advance their business over time. I'm not, again, I'm like, my rank is not the highest rank. I've lost more coaches, you know, like other, like the higher you are in your leadership rank, the more leaders you've lost on your team, meaning like diamond star diamonds have left and done other things. But in that process, we've developed a really incredible team, really incredible heart-centered team that I'm really, really proud of. So it all starts by you just, you know, choosing to continue onboarding and trusting that you're doing it right. And then teaching that to those who are interested in doing it and not getting in your head about the rest. Okay, I'm going to leave the call at that since we're coming up on the hour. Thank you all for hopping on and participating. Make sure you hop in our team page and look at the pinned post. Again, I put our gut protocol group there. Thank you for contributing, Jennifer, with the self-care guide that's already in there. You guys have the files built out. As soon as you join and check back in, I'll be able to make you an admin. And that way you can add anything additional you want to the files, and I'll have our challenge group guide already scheduled by weekend is my goal, and I'll get you a copy of it as soon as I have it done. It's almost done. All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the team page. Bye.